We're going to talk about identifying like terms and combining them in this video. So it says to identify the like terms by coloring its rectangles using the same color. Then write the simplified expression on the line provided. We're going to actually go ahead with number 3 because this one enters a new level of difficulty after 1 and 2. So I think if you know 3, you'll be able to do 1 and 2 easily. So what we need to do is identify like terms, which can be done by grouping the terms together that have the same variable raised to the same exponent. So let's begin in 3. So what I want you to notice is we have a negative 8, and so we'll choose yellow for all of the terms that have n. The next one is negative 6n squared, so that's not a like term with negative 8n because that's n squared. But positive 6n is a like term, so we'll color that yellow. We have a negative 1n here. We'll color that yellow. N squared is not part of this family. Neither is neither is 3n squared, or negative 1 or negative 10. But we do have a positive 17n and a positive 1n. So all of these are in the same family. They're all going to be yellow. Let's choose green for the n squared family. And so we've got negative 6n squared. We've got 1n squared. We've got positive 3n squared. And for the constants, just as a reminder, constants are numbers with no variable part. We have 11. We have negative 1. And we have negative 10. All right, and now our job is to add all the values or combine the values together of the like terms. So we're going to add the negative 6n squared to the positive n squared and the 3n squared. So negative 6n squared plus 1n squared is going to be a negative 5n squared. Okay. And then we have the plus 3n, so negative 5n squared plus 3 is negative 2n squared. So let's look a little bit closer, see what that looks like. So again, negative 6n squared plus we had the 1n squared. I'm going to write the 1 there to make it easier. And then we have the 3n squared. Okay. So these together are 4n squared. And then we have a minus 6n squared. So it's kind of like 4n squared minus 6n squared. That leaves us with the negative 2n squared. Okay, so we're definitely going to write negative 2n squared as part of our answer, negative 2n squared. Then we're going to add up the just the n's. Okay, so that's going to be negative 8n, 6n, that's going to be negative 2n together. Another negative n, so that's negative 3n now. And now we have 17n. Basically 17n minus 3n is where we're at because we have a negative 3n. So 17n minus 3n is 14n. And then here we have another 1n, so that's 15n. So plus 15n. And now we just add the constants together, the 11, the minus 1, and the minus 10. And actually 11 minus 1 minus 10 all equals 0. So we're just going to leave this. We could put plus 0, but no point in doing that. And so that's our final answer, is the negative 2n squared plus 15n. Okay. Let's take a close look at number 6. I want to show you that we have a 6y, or excuse me, not 6y, but xy. And then we need to find another xy or yx. They would be in the same family. So here's negative 2xy. Then we have there's the yx, same family. Yx or xy, it's all the same, okay? So negative 17x, now we just look for other x's. There's another there's a 2x, that's an x, plus 1x. Then we have negative 5x. No more x's. All right, we have some y's, negative 9y. And then we have a negative 12y. And finally, a couple of constants. We have negative 10, and then we have negative 5. All right, so let's start combining these terms. We'll do xy, negative 2xy, and then 3x. Okay, so xy, negative 2xy, and then 3xy. Okay, so these two are 4xy, but then minus the 2xy, that leaves us with 2xy. Okay, so 2xy. So let's add the x's now. We have negative 17x, we have a positive 2x, and then we have a x, that's 1x, and then a negative 5x. Let's add this down here. Negative 17x plus 2y plus 1x, and then we have a minus 5x. All right, it's easier sometimes just to combine the minus, first. Like we have a negative 17x and then minus 5x. That's negative 22x. Then we have a 2x and a 1x. That's 3x. So it's a positive 3x. So it's like negative 22x plus 3x, or you could just say 3x minus 22x. That's going to give us negative 19x. Now let's take care of the y's. We have a negative 9y and a negative 12y. That's going to be altogether negative 21y. And finally, we'll combine these constants, and that's going to be negative 10 and negative 5 gives us negative 15. And that's just how you do it. This is how you identify and combine like terms.